Hey everybody, LiTStudio here. I'm back at LiTStudio, and just wanting to come back to give another update because guess what? Your boy has made the top 20 in the People's Arts Competition presented by Johnny Depp. Now, there's a lot of skepticism about if the program is real, if the charities are real, and all this other stuff, but come on, guys. Now, was Johnny really ruin his good name? I'm not so quite sure about that. But anyway, we're going to discuss that and more in this next video. Hey guys, so I got this piece here I'd like to talk a little bit about. This piece here, this is actually part of what I call the Indigenous Series, and it's basically a celebration of history, a lot of lost history, because I do know there's a lot of black folk here in America that have Native American, native roots to this land, but they don't realize it yet. And to be honest, that's always been something I've been interested in. I have a passion. I want to try to figure out more about my family, even, especially on my mom's side, because my grandmother, some of her younger brothers definitely had some indigenous Indian looking features. So, but this piece here, this is called Medicine Man, and I just happened to see a photo, online, and I was like, man, this would be a good reference. So, that's what I used, and really this piece for me, it's more about the emotion, right? Like that's something I've really been trying to bring home in a lot of my more recent work. And actually, even when I look back through my catalog going back into college and high school, I always had some type of expressive emotional draw to the work. But you can see here just the face paint, right? The skeleton looking skull face paint, the deep darkness around the eyes, from the black, even the mouth here, right? And one of the things I like to do now is with acrylic paint, right? That's the medium that this particular piece is in, and spray paint, right? I like to give some raised edges to give some more emotion, to give a little bit of sculptural effect. You know what I mean? Just having that raised off the canvas a little bit, definitely gives a little bit more dramatic effect, especially when you're up on it close, right? Which we're gonna try to, see if we can get some better detail for you here too. But yeah, you can also see like the colors though, man. Like, we have the warm color palette here, right? We have our yellows, oranges, right? You have some red. I love to use bronze, right? Especially because when you get in certain light, the way it hits, right? You get that reflectiveness. I don't know if you guys ever watched the movie 300, right? The first one, but I was always inspired by the way they did the color in that film. So, I want to give some of that goldenness, so you'll see that in a lot of my pieces, especially when it comes to, melanated folks and figures in my images. They will have some bronze hues, tones, some gold, you know what I mean? So you can see, the contrast, a little better, which I really like. And then I love this because in this series, I'm also trying to do some highlights, right? Something different, and this blue, it just really makes this whole thing pop, right? So, this is the Medicine Man, and I really like to know what you think about the piece, right? Love the feedback, guys. Like anybody on the art journey, we're just trying to see if the direction we're going in is something that piques people's interest. You know what I'm saying? So, interest. Sorry. Y'all just gotta give me a moment. I'm still getting my chops down making these videos, but yeah. Let me know what y'all think about this piece, and then we're gonna maybe even discuss like what's up with this competition, right? Good, no good, scam, not a scam. Let's see.